Hello guys, welcome back to another Monday Night Webcast. It's great to see you, and today, as usual, I'm joined by Uliana.
Hi guys, welcome to our Monday show. As you know, my name is Uliana. I'm from Ukraine. You can ask me any questions you want, but especially about Ukraine because I'm from there and I also have big connection to Ukraine, and I used to work in Ukraine with our one of our affiliates where I translated in multiple datings and also the social events. So if you have any questions about that, I will be happy to tell you and answer your questions.
Or any other destinations, whether it's Asia, Latin America, just send a question and we'll answer it. And we do have a poll question for you tonight, which is, what is the biggest dating deal breaker for you? So send in your answers. And let's start with reminding you about our upcoming seminars.
All right, we have free dating seminars. One is coming on August 22nd. It's in Los Angeles. Another one is going to be on September 26th, and it's going to be in Dallas, Texas. And another one in Houston, Texas, the day after on September 27th. So I highly recommend attending those. And I will be actually present on the first one on August 22nd in LA. So yeah, these seminars are going to give you a lot of answers to your questions and lots of useful information. So yes, welcome.
And I'll remind you about our upcoming tours. So we have a Philippine tour to Cebu in the end of this month. So if you're thinking about meeting beautiful Filipino lady, that's your chance. You have 3 weeks. Mexico tour, it's a fantastic destination. You can see some footage from Mexico. September 17th, and Costa Rica in the end of September 24th. We're gonna have a first tour to Malaysia. We haven't done one so far, so it's gonna be a very interesting experience. And also some Chinese ladies will attend that as well, so you can meet them during the socials, October 1st. And also Bangkok tour to Thailand. Also Chinese ladies will attend that as well. So that tour will start on October 8th. And of course there is Kyiv October 16th tour. I haven't checked, maybe it is sold out, but I don't think it's sold out yet. So I can take one more guy with me to Kyiv in October. I'm really looking forward to it. Yes. And to start with, we have some really cool footage for you. We have some interviews and testimonials. So let's watch that and then go to your questions.
Well, this is important. We are really involved. We are looking for women that it matches with us. We really want them to be in love with some Argentinians.
There you are. You guys have been here making dates all day for everyone. Does everyone have dates?
Yeah.
Yeah? All day.
Always the big updates for tonight.
Great. And Saab, you just got back from a date, right?
I just got back. These guys are really good. Set me up with 2 dates today. Wonderful dates.
Fruits. Very good. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. All right, guys. We are here with Roxana. Roxana, thank you for coming.
Thank you for it.
We're going to put this video out there and millions of men are going to see you. And you might get a lot of attention.
Okay, me gusta.
So I want to ask you a few questions about you.
Okay, ahora. Okay, perfecto.
So, how do you say? ¿Cuántos
¿Cuántos años? Tengo 32.
32?
Sí, 32 años.
32?
Sí, sí, bueno.
Have you ever been married before?
No, nunca. No, por eso estoy acá, para encontrar una pareja. Sí, 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 me encantaría.
Are you interested in having children?
Sí, me encantaría.
Sí?
Sí, the boys.
Boys.
Sí.
You hear that, guy? Boys.
Niños, boys.
Okay, nice boys. All right. What kind of work do you do?
¿A qué me dedico? Yo trabajo en real estate. Trabajo en un desarrollo inmobiliario que ellos desarrollan casas y nosotros nos encargamos de venderlas. Pero no es una inmobiliaria, es el que hace los desarrollos. Tenemos varios desarrollos en diferentes zonas del país y de zona norte, que es donde vivo yo. O sea, vendemos casas y departamentos y barrios cerrados.
Oh, estate. It's
Real estate.
and repair. Oh, cool. Very nice.
Sí.
All right.
Es muy divertido.
Very good.
Sí.
What kind of things do you like to do for fun? Hobbies?
Mis hobbies son, me encanta leer, soy una persona muy tranquila, me encanta la música, me gusta ir a conciertos de música clásica, de jazz, me gusta salir a cenar, me gusta todos los planes que sean tranquilos, a la luz de la luna, muy románticos.
If you met the man of your dreams, right, the right man, would you be willing to go to his country? Would you willing to move?
No, 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 no hay un hombre ideal, sino que cuando lo sentís, si hay feeling o no hay feeling, te das cuenta. No, no.
¿Quieres ir con hombre para ti a Estados Unidos?
Sí, no, me encantaría, o sea, yo por amor lo haría. It's true love. Yeah.
So quick. What would you tell women that now that you've met someone, that you went to the socials, what advice would you give women who might be a little bit worried? What would you tell them?
Que lo hagan, que no tengan ninguna duda, que es un lugar muy divertido, la pasás muy bien, siempre estás acompañada, es un lugar muy seguro y es lindo conocer gente así, que no lo duden, que es una hermosa experiencia.
All right, so Lucia, this is the first time that you've experienced anything like this crazy stuff that a foreign affair does with all the dating and everything. And we found you and we dragged you into this room and told you how to help set up dates and interpret and do all this stuff, help with the socials. What did you first think when Max contacted you and told you about this? Were you like, this is crazy or what?
Yes, at first I couldn't understand what this was about, but I feel like this was something for sure, like real, and with good intentions. So I say, okay, I'm in, and then all these things happen. I was so surprised because I never heard about some service like this. I mean, not at least not in Argentina. It's pretty safe for girls, and it's also good for males because for girls they already know about these guys. We check that they are real, all the backup information, where they're from, where they live, what is their job, if they've been married, if they want kids, if they don't. So all that information is really important for girls because they make sure that these guys are not going to playing with her. I mean, they want to get married, not just to have fun. And for men's, I found it very safe because we already had all the girls' information and we barely know what they want. Of course, they can lie, but it's nothing that you can really see when you meet them. And all these girls, we all met them already. So we know who is going to be there on your socials, which is pretty good for men because you don't know a person by a photo. So at socials, they can show who they are. They can tell a little bit of their lives. So for women, everything looks real and safe, and they can see that they are good people, real people with good intentions. So they are available to go on dates with them. So everything functions very good. Well, this is important. We are really involved of these guys finding love. So we are looking for women for them. We are looking them for women that it matches with us. That's very important. We really want them to be in love with some Argentinians.
There you are. So you feel good.
Yes.
You helped bring people together.
Yes.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Besides, I mean, maybe they're not getting married. Maybe it's just to meet a new person and between that happens, they are having a good time in a good place with a good talk, and that's something that I find very different, grateful to have. So I feel like this job has like something behind which make it more interesting for me, like not just a job.
Right. Yeah. It's like you want to come here. You want to interact.
I mean, I never been so on time in my life.
I love that. I've never been so on time in my life.
You know, I gotta tell you, the city blew me away. I've been to almost every city with AFA, and first time here, Buenos Aires. It's actually really like Little Italy or Paris. Cafe outside, where we're at. It's probably one of the nicest city I've been to. Very comparable to Lima, Peru. Miraflores. Everything's close. All the restaurants, all walking distance. For me, I think if you guys are gonna go and open up another social for the first time, I'm gonna tell you right now, I wanna be first on the list. And the reason is, for me, you guys are here, it's like a family, we're all learning it together. I think that's what made it so enjoyable. But it also made it enjoyable because the staff here, believe it or not, I think they work harder because of the first one. It was the best turnout, by far, seriously. And the ladies, because it's their first time as well, it made it more learning experience. They really want to get to know you.
Did you attend one of the socials that we did this last weekend?
¿Tú estás en nuestro evento?
Sí, estuvo muy, muy divertido, muy interesante, me sentí muy cómoda, muy feliz, conocimos mucha gente interesante, fue muy agradable, la verdad.
Did you meet anybody that you think might be good?
¿Te conozco con algún hombre? Tal vez?
Sí.
Sí, perfecto. Yeah, I like that.
Sí, tuve citas, sí. Conocí una persona muy dulce, sí.
Hello, guys. So today we're here with Erika. She's from Mexico City. We're going to be asking her some questions. She's going to be joined.
This is important. We are really involved.
Hello, guys. So today we're here with Erika. She's from Mexico City. We're going to be asking her some questions. She's going to be joining us in the event in Mexico City coming up in September. So her name is Erika. Erika, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Primero me gustaría preguntarte, ¿por qué quieres iniciar una relación a largo plazo con un extranjero?
Pues prácticamente he tenido relaciones aquí en México y me he ido súper mal. La verdad es que sí me gustaría ampliar mis horizontes, sí me gustaría conocer gente de diferentes países, gente diferente. No sé, es como... me agradaría mucho saber más de su costumbre, entender un poquito más el por qué aquí los mexicanos definitivamente no son como yo desearía que fueran.
Muy bien, ¿y cuál ha sido tu experiencia en tus relaciones en la Ciudad de México?
Pues como lo había comentado anteriormente, la verdad es que me ha ido súper mal. Los hombres de aquí de México no se comprometen, no son nada románticos, todo lo toman como a juego y la verdad es que, bueno, al menos yo y de mi parte, yo sí quisiera algo estable, algo bien, algo real, bueno, alguien que realmente me diera lo que yo pido porque yo soy mucho, o sea, yo sé lo que puedo ofrecer, obviamente quiero una persona que dé lo mismo que yo doy.
¿Qué te motivó a unirte a la agencia?
Pues bueno, en primera me la recomendaron, me dieron excelentes recomendaciones sobre la agencia. Al llegar me di cuenta que realmente sí era lo que yo esperaba. O sea, llegué, el trato es súper amable, todos te cobijan, te explican perfectamente las cosas, te cuidan bastante. Lo que me encanta es que tanto los hombres, tanto también nosotras fuimos 100% verificados. Pasamos el filtro, es lo que me gusta mucho, que nos cuidan como mucho esa parte y también lo que me fascinó, lo que me encantó más es que los hombres, todos los hombres que están registrados en AFA México buscan una relación seria, que es lo mismo que yo busco.
¿Qué opinas sobre la diferencia de edad en las relaciones?
Pues yo creo que no hay ningún tema con eso, siempre y cuando las dos partes se cuiden y que haya más que el gusto, que haya una conexión, que haya una química increíble. Yo creo que la edad no importa, no importa en lo absoluto.
¿Estarías dispuesta a mudarte al país de tu futuro esposo o prefieres quedarte en la Ciudad de México?
No, yo encantada de irme a conocer otros países. A mí sí en lo particular sí me encantaría.
¿Listo? ¿Por qué crees que un extranjero debería considerar tener citas en la Ciudad de México?
Ay, pues claro, porque somos las mejores. Obviamente, nosotras somos personas comprometidas, bueno, más bien mujeres comprometidas. Nos encanta ser muy leales, nos encanta consentir, nos encanta escuchar, apapachar. Nosotras sí somos como muy, ¿cómo se puede explicar? Sí somos muy cariñosas. O sea, algo que tenemos las mexicanas es que somos súper cariñosas, pues que somos bien alegres, bien dicharacheras, algo que obviamente las extranjeras no lo son. Entonces, pues yo creo que una mexicana es la mejor pareja para un extranjero,
Gracias.
definitivamente.
Come back. So now we're gonna
Start.
start answering your questions. There's a lot of interesting ones.
Yes. All right. We'll start from the first one. Carver is saying that I'm moving to the Philippines. How can AFA help me meet someone for a long-term relationship? So I would like to remind you guys, everybody, and to you, Carver, that we are having the tour coming up in Philippines in literally like 3 weeks, actually. So maybe if you have a possibility to take the trip that soon, I would highly recommend that. It's gonna be, I think, in Cebu. We have a next one actually in October.
In October, Davao.
In Davao, yes. But if you can make this one, it would be wonderful. Yes, it's great opportunity to meet those ladies, and Filipino ladies are very, very nice. They are very family oriented, and yeah, just wonderful people. So I would highly recommend you taking the tour, and yeah, and you will have very high chances of meeting someone decent for you.
And our group tours does include a hotel, but I understand since you relocating there, you're gonna have your own place to stay, so you can just talk to our tour coordinator. She can subtract the cost of accommodations from the tour cost, so you still get all other services like unlimited introductions to social events. So everything's still gonna be the same, but minus the hotel.
Yeah.
And again, we have tours to another one in Cebu in the end of January. It's not on the schedule yet, but it's gonna be posted in the next few weeks. If it's not something you prefer, we can always do individual introductions. You can give us your list of ladies and we'll schedule dates, just one-on-one.
Yep.
Peter is asking, how do you protect clients while they're traveling around? You know, we have a set of bodyguards that follow you guys. You know, they have AK-47 protecting you. No, the answer is no. I mean, we're all adults here, right? So, of course, we're gonna have, like, if we're doing a group tour, we're gonna have orientation where local staff gonna, you know, tell you the best tips for surviving, for surviving, of course. But all hotels we use, they're always located in a tourist-friendly, you know, center of the city. It's a safe areas. We never have any issues with the safety and security. So of course, just use your common sense. You know, don't go to unknown parts of town by yourself.
Yeah.
Carrying a lot of cash, wearing all the gold you own. Just, you know, just use common sense. But of course, you're gonna have phone numbers for our staff members. So if somehow, you know, you find yourself in the wrong part of town and get in trouble, we'll call our staff and we'll come and rescue you.
Yes, definitely keep in touch with us. But yeah, speaking about survival, Anna just mentioned, I thought about Ukraine. And I can tell you that, for example, if you decide to take a tour in Ukraine, which actually is going still in Ukraine right now, and I keep in touch with our clients. And we do have really good bomb shelters, very well equipped in both hotels, I mean, Kyiv and Odessa. The next tour will be coming in just Kyiv, but yeah, we have bomb shelters there. Also, yeah, if we're talking about Ukraine, you gotta be, you know, aware of the situation. If, you know, there is an air raid alert, you will be getting the notifications on your phone. And for example, if it's during the night, which is usually what happens is during the night, yeah, our staff is in touch, and everybody is going to the bomb shelter. So just don't ignore those, and yeah, be alert, and you will be fine. Because yeah, our clients are having a great time in Ukraine right now. Still, it's like the last days. Actually, it's pretty much done already, but yeah, the tour was great. Everybody was satisfied. Everybody had a great time. So yeah, just keep in mind, the war is going still, and you should be, getting notifications about the air raid alerts. Just react on those, and you'll be all right.
I'm gonna be there to protect you guys in October.
Yes, Anna will be there. Okay, Nick, if she starts asking for money after a couple days, who should the man contact? Well, first of all, I mean, obviously, if it's just a couple days and she starts asking for money, you should probably not give her the money. And that's what we always recommend to our clients, and to not fall for this type of provoke. But yeah, I mean, you can always contact us, of course, in case of some really big red flags. But yeah, we always tell guys to be very careful, especially on the first dates, and, pay attention to all the details. And yeah, if she's asking about money, or there are like some other red flags that you're not comfortable with, yeah, just let us know, let the main office know, and yeah, obviously do not give her the money. So,
but again, also, use your common sense. So,
Yeah,
would prefer if you don't call us, like, oh, she asked you to buy her pair of socks. Please don't, don't start ringing all the bells. Oh, she's a scammer. She asked to buy a pair of
Yeah.
socks. It's normal to buy gifts during the courtship process. There just has to be a reason. Of course, if she's asking for a new iPhone or a fur coat or, super expensive
Yeah,
boots after
something-
you just went for coffee once or twice, that's one thing. But if you're in a relationship and two of you have mutual understanding that you're going to be supporting her financially, it's a whole different story. So
yeah, of course, yeah. If we're talking about relationship, yeah, it's a completely different story.
and also try not to date those supermodels also. So if you're trying to date somebody who's super young, who is
Much
20
younger than you,
20
yes.
30 years younger than you, she's super beautiful, she will be asking you for gifts. In those
Yes.
cases, don't call us and don't complain. You know what you're getting yourself into. We're telling you like up front.
That's true.
Because if you're gonna be trying to date somebody who's so outside of reasonable age gap, it's common for that. And
Yeah.
it is what it is, a choice you make, so you're responsible for that.
Right. Okay. And Oliver has a similar question. How do you stop guys from becoming free meal and shopping trip targets? So, I mean, same thing, you just gotta be very careful, and just don't go shop with her after like 1 or 2 dates, and don't let her basically take advantage of you. You need to be mindful about who you're dating. And again, just like Anna just mentioned, you gotta be very mindful about the age difference. And if you see that you guys have like really 20 or 30 years age difference, then you might expect this type of stuff. Because especially if we are talking about, of course, it depends on the culture. First of all, it depends on the culture. But if we're talking about Eastern Europe, because like the most familiar culture for me is Eastern Europe, because I'm from Ukraine, and I can tell you that for Ukrainian women, yeah, there can be exception to the rules. But if the age difference is like more than 15 years, that might be a problem, and that might be, you might be a target of like shopping trip and stuff like that. So you have to be very mindful about that.
And I wanted to comment
Realistic.
on becoming, free meal target. Look, no matter where you go, what country, a woman can afford to buy her own salad. She's not going on a date with you just so to get a cup of coffee in that salad.
Yes.
In the Philippines, in Peru, in Ukraine, in Costa Rica, in China, ladies can afford to buy their own meals. So they come there with serious intentions, but also then they might find out they're just not interested in you. Maybe just there is no match with personalities, vibe, whatever it is. So lady has a right to decline the second date after after that evening you spent together. She just might not be interested in you. It's totally her right. So it doesn't mean she showed up to get that free salad. She gave a fair chance to your possible relationship, but just she was not impressed. So move on.
Yep. Okay, David, do you have any suggestions for dating coach? Grew up on a farm, and even though I'm older now with money and COVID, I really have very little dating experience. Do you have any suggestions of dating coaches, not pickup artists, that I could get ready for a tour or two? Yeah, I would definitely recommend a tour, taking a tour. I mean, yeah, of course, depends on your preferences and where you would like to go, because yeah, we have the list of tours coming up on our homepage, and yeah, tour would be a great start for you for sure, in terms of dating. And yeah, we have hospitality suite. We have people who can coach you, who can actually help you and give you advice. So yeah, depends on the tour. But for example, again, if we're talking about tour in Ukraine, which is going to be in October, we have the interpreters on the social events, so you will have your own assistant who will not just be translator for you, but also she will be like a matchmaker for you. She will help you basically find the woman you would like, and she will give you advice, so it's not going to be just a translation. But again, yeah, tour would be a great start.
Yeah, our staff is always there to help you. So even though it's gonna be started getting help like when the tour starts, it's still enough time. So you're gonna get your orientation. You're gonna go on a few practice dates. You're gonna go to social, and during a social, if there's some behavior needs to be corrected or some adjustment needs to be made, make our staff, your matchmaker, will definitely help you with that. And there's always the tour leader there to help you as well. So yeah, right now we don't have any staff member coaches that work with guys outside of the tour, but again, the tour length should be enough to figure things out. Next question, Mike is asking, good evening, do you have a recommendation between Cebu, Vietnam, and Chongqing? Seem to be tight for me, thank you. Well, all of those destinations are fantastic, and they're also very different. Depends what you're looking for. So Cebu is always very safe choice. We get tons of fiancé visa from there. Filipino ladies are very nice. We have a lot of profiles from Cebu, so you have really large selection. So it's very, very successful option. Vietnam, it's a new destination for us. So we just started to explore it. There's very few profiles from Vietnam. But people in Vietnam are super nice, super friendly. It's an amazing destination by itself. But again, we're not too established there yet. You definitely can give it a try. You're gonna be one of the first guys that are traveling there, and I'm sure you're gonna have the success there as well. And Chongqing, it's so China tours are great. So Chongqing tour is gonna be also one of those experimental tours. I guess when we have a bunch of smaller socials, it's a little bit different from what you see in the video. With a bunch of ladies at the table. So it's going to be smaller events, more intimate. So when you get to know every lady in the room. So it's just different concept. But yeah, I think you can enjoy it as well. And Chinese ladies, definitely very different personalities from Filipino ladies. So I think you need to decide what you're looking for in a life partner, what qualities are you looking for, and just proceed based on your request and desires.
All right, let's move next. So Horace has the answer to the pool question. The biggest deal breaker for me is single moms. I have no desire to raise another man's kids. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, my opinion, if you love the woman, you will love anything connected to her. You will love her family, you will love her kid. And I think my advice for you, you should not focus on the fact that this kid is from a different man. You should focus on the fact that you love the woman and this is her child. It's part of her. And if you love her, you will probably love her child too. But again, obviously, it depends if you love children in general too, of course. All right.
And Cody comments on a poll question. So yeah, bad attitude, bad personality. So of course
Fair.
that I would agree. No, nobody
Yeah.
wants to date someone with a bad attitude, which applies both ways, men and women.
Yep.
So yeah, personality is super important when
Very
it comes to
important.
dating.
Okay, Passport King. I know my future bride is awaiting me in Ukraine. Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck to you.
time to go.
Time to go. Yes, for sure.
And Cody says Mexico City looks like
Argentina.
Argentina looks fun, but I prefer Ukraine. Need more expansion in Eastern Europe. Been married to mine for 7 years now with 2 kids.
Oh,
and
that's nice to hear.
Hope your family is doing well, Cody.
Yes, yes.
But as far as expansion in Eastern Europe, we discussed it so many times in the past, but I don't think it's gonna be happening at this point. We were considering doing something in Poland, but because all the profiles are scattered all over the place, because a lot of ladies relocate as refugees, is they would stay where it's affordable to stay, and major cities like Warsaw, Krakow can be more expensive than smaller cities. So it would be super difficult for us to do socials there, have an office there. We just don't have enough profiles in the area.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brayton Ralph. Do the men get at the socials 30 minutes before the social to have drink and relax, etc., before the women come to save time of social? I think so. I mean, yeah, it's usually from what I remember how it was before, because I used to translate at multiple social events before. The actual event usually starts at before it was starting at 6. Now it starts earlier. I was visiting Ukraine this year with my executive client, and it was starting, I think, at 1 o'clock. And the guys usually come, the bus usually arrives at half an hour, I would say 40 minutes before the actual event. Yeah, sometimes women can show up too also early, but it doesn't prevent you from having a drink and, just have kind of relax and, find you the spot for you to sit down and, or go to the bar and have a little bit of relaxation time before the actual event starts. But yeah, I would definitely have this type of stuff.
And it depends on a specific tour. So in the
Also, yeah.
Philippines, usually when the guys come, when the women already there, the tables sitting, so the women there and guys come into the room full of women already. So it just really depends on a specific tour. But again, I would make a note, guys, make sure you eat before the social, because we don't want you to be, grumpy and hungry. So make sure you eat, because in most of places, the food you see there is for the ladies. I mean, you can eat, of course, too. Nobody's gonna take a plate from your hands, but you're there to meet ladies. So, and let them eat, let them drink. So make sure you eat something before you come to a social.
Yep. Good advice. All right, let's move on. Brickstone said that deal breaker is if she's mean. I agree. That's yeah, it does apply to obviously everybody. Okay.
Passport King says nothing ruins a marriage faster than a spouse with a bad attitude. We don't need to go overseas to get that. 100 women in the USA can do that as well. Yeah, I agree. Again, attitude is everything. Personality.
Okay. Mark asks, do the bomb shelters in Kyiv have a full service bar?
Can be arranged. So come to Kyiv with me. Last time we had a bunch of champagne left from the social. And I had 15 bottles of champagne in my room, so I was bringing it to there's nothing
go
like
with
champagne.
her. Go with her.
Yes, I know where to get alcohol 1 o'clock in the morning in Kiev. That's all I can tell you.
Yes. And I can actually add to this a little bit. For example, if the attack is during the day, I had this experience with my client, and we had an attack during the day, and we were on a date, and we were outside, and there is we have really actually there is one bar that is underground that is close to the Hotel Rus in Kyiv, which we always rent for our clients. But we have lots of places that are underground that, nice restaurants. So it's not just bar, it's not just drinks. You can actually eat there, and you can be safe there, and you can have a date there. So that's what I had too. I had this kind of experience, and that was really, it was really useful for us, because we were in the city center, not far from the hotel where the client lived, where all our clients live in Kyiv. And yeah, it's Ukrainian restaurant. I can give you the coordinates if you
Well,
if you will need if you will need. Yeah,
There's
I
nothing
can.
like some borscht in the underground
Yes.
shelter, you know.
Yes, yes.
Passport King, I'm so happy I never got married to a woman in the USA, nor do I have any baby mama drama. The kind of nonsense I've seen other men go through their life becomes like hell on earth. Well, it's always important to make
Yeah.
wise choices when it comes to life partner, so it's good that you're ready to make that choice now. Find the right person for you.
Yes, exactly. All right. Cody says just because she's foreign doesn't mean not to be careful, especially Ukraine women, as they can be hustlers.
Yeah, true.
Sure. Okay.
And
Jonathan.
Jonathan says, "What if the man is shy and not good talking with group of girls? Do you have any advice?" Well, it's not like you're gonna be like talking to the whole group of girls
Yeah.
all at once. You're still talking on an individual basis. If it's Ukraine, it's just a mingling event. So you come into a woman that you know, visually like, and your interpreter will introduce you, and she can help to break the ice. Or if it's other countries like you see in the video again, China, where you see that or Philippines, you sit at a table with 5, 6, 7 different ladies, you still can have your assistant there who can help you break the ice. Plus, women so excited to meet you. You probably will not even have much time to say a word. They're just gonna be talking to you. Just answer the questions. So they're gonna be
Exactly.
asking you. So just a little interview there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good advice actually. I mean, I actually had the cases because I've translated in so many socials in Kyiv, and I had cases when my client was super shy and he was not willing to talk to anybody. He was just sitting there. He was just, yeah, enjoying my company, asking me questions, and I was just like pushing him, you should talk to women, you should meet someone, you're here for this, not to talk to me. And I was pushing him, and this is what our matchmakers and translators who are assisting our clients at the social, they do. They push you and they kind of give you advice. So that's what you will get. And of course, sometimes guys can get shy, especially in such crowded places like a social event when you see a lot of beautiful women and you're kind of hesitant to come up to her. But again, you don't have to speak with so many ladies at once. You can just look around, see if you like and spot anybody who is interesting for you, seem interesting for you, and just come to her and talk. Because again, our Ukrainian ladies, they are very humble. They can be shy in the beginning too. But again, as soon as you start this conversation, and if you both feel like it's going really well, it's going to be a lot of questions back and forth, and you will get comfortable. As soon as you start, you just got to start. So don't be shy.
And Joe made the interesting comment about food with no onions or garlic, or things that will give you gas. Actually, you think
advice.
it's obvious, but it is. Yeah, guys.
Good
really-
advice.
And also, again, some guys gonna be taking a drink before the social or two just to feel more relaxed. If you're drinking beer, or stuff like that with a strong odor, chew gum or something like this, because you don't want to have the beer breath, and especially if
Yes.
it's hot, women will smell it.
No, yeah, you
I'm
don't
sure
wanna
they
do
wouldn't
that.
mind you having a few drinks, but they would be concerned if you're an alcoholic or something. So just take it easy, don't get drunk, and also again, watch for personal hygiene. That's very important.
Yes, for sure. Passport King says, I guess I'm honest about deal breaker for me. It's women with child or children from prior relationship. I know that's politically incorrect to state, but I gotta be honest. Well, I mean, yeah, we do have clients who prefer women with no kids from prior relationship, or they just don't want to have any kids, or yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, that's the preference that some men can have. Okay.
Cody says, I never wanted a relationship with a woman with a child since I did not have one when I dated. Might be wrong, but I was honest. It's also hard to get the child over here if you marry the mom, if the father objects to child relocating. Well, if we're talking about Ukraine, that's not much of a issue. Actually, a lot of other countries too, because the problem, it's a common case when father is not participating in child's life. So it's
Yeah.
not, you don't really need his consent. So it's like if somebody hasn't paid the child support for 10 years, then, the child has no right to say anything.
Yeah, True. But you should always communicate this type of stuff in the beginning of the relationship, because if you meet the woman, you will absolutely fall in love and she has a child, for example. It can be such a case too, right? Happening to you. Then you definitely should communicate that in the beginning of the relationship. Make sure that she has a consent, or if there is a case like Anna says, that father just doesn't communicate with the kid and with her and just doesn't participate in the kid's life at all, that's a different story. Then you won't have any issues with that. But yeah, it's better to communicate that in the beginning, just to avoid any issues in the future.
Yeah, you can cover during the first date, really. So you don't need to go in a lot of details, but you can ask simple questions. If she has a child, like, so what's the relationship? With the father? Is he involved in child's life? And I'm sure she's gonna tell you everything that's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And if he didn't pay child support for those 10 years, again, if he tried to say something, she can always tell him, like, well, I'm going to sue you for all the money you owe me, so either go to jail or let the child go. So here we go. All of a sudden you decided you love your child that you haven't seen in those 10 years. I'm sure we're going to have more questions, but let's see if there's something. But yeah, it's also important to know your deal breakers, of course, before you're gonna go date. So yes, a lot of guys are not open to date ladies with children. Again, it's people's preferences. And just think about other things that's important for you. For some guys, it could be, English level. For some guys, it's super important for a woman to speak fluent English, and because they don't have energy or desire to wait for her to learn English, which we disagree with, but
I disagree, but I had a client, actually, in my experience, I had a client for whom the English was a deal breaker, or absence of English, any English level was a deal breaker, because he said that he cannot sense her personality if she doesn't speak his language, which I can understand. But again, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, especially, again, if we're talking about like countries like Philippines, there's gonna be no problem like that, because everybody speaks English. In Ukraine, everybody learns English at school, so this woman is gonna speak at least a little bit. I mean, she's gonna have at least some kind of vocabulary in her head from the school times, from university times. And I mean, depends on the generation, also depends what age we're talking about. But if it's like younger generation, like 30 years old or younger, usually they speak English at least on some kind of level. But again, if she will be interested in you, and if she's gonna be, really motivated, she will learn English, and it's not a problem. And especially by the time you decide to bring her to United States, being in this environment, she's gonna pick it up really quick, because once you are there, once you are surrounded with everybody speaking the same language, you will adjust very quickly. She just needs practice. So, if you really love her, if you guys both feel connection, just help her out. I mean, hire the interpreter for her, not the interpreter, but the tutor for her, or sign her up for some kind of course of English, and she will learn it really quick. It might take like a couple months until she will get at least some kind of basic English. And then by the time she comes here to United States, she will pick it up and she will improve it really quickly. Plus, she will be practicing with you. Okay.
Next question is from Sean. Can AFA remove a woman from the service after serious complaint? Absolutely. We've done it so many times. But the only thing, keep in mind, we will be asking a woman for her feedback too. And sometimes we hear very interesting stories, because one side, is one thing, but when we talk to a woman, there could be a lot of additional details. Guys get frustrated a lot. So if the feelings end up being not mutual, or a guy had some expectation, again, he bought her that salad, but she refused to go to his room with him. So we had cases when we had to block guys' account for that. So before you submit a complaint, make sure there's, there is no issue on both sides there. So
sometimes the truth somewhere in the middle, and we gotta figure this out and actually dig deeply and talk to both sides for sure. Okay, Jonathan asks, can gifts still be sent to girls in Ukraine? Yeah, I mean, we do have, we still have, flower delivery and all the other kinds of stuff. Actually, Ukraine is the only country in the war zone in the world that provides all kinds of services still, like restaurants, everything works. The only difference is the curfew but still it's midnight, so most people are back to the hotels and to their homes by that time anyways. So so definitely it's all available. All right.
More questions?
Dean, okay. Hi, ladies. Who do we contact if we want to attend the social?
That will be Michelle in Group Tour
Yes.
Department, her extension 2009, or you can send her email at groupdesk@lovememail.com.
All right. Casper Keen, one more deal breaking. Excessive drinking of alcohol is a turn off. I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, you don't want to be married to an alcoholic. That's definitely
No.
a bad start.
Both sides, actually.
Yes.
It debates.
I mean, unless if both people are alcoholics, at least. Well, like,
That's
have
a good
drinking
match, I guess.
buddy, you know, that's an exception.
Yes, I don't, and he's adding something. I don't even like drinking alcohol drinks myself. So a woman that needs to wake up and have a beer or liquor right when waking or drinks a lot is not the one for me. I
Well,
understand
I'm
you.
pretty sure it's not gonna be a
It's
woman
not
for
even
anybody.
healthy.
If her morning starts with beer instead of coffee, that's a little rough.
Yeah. Okay, Joa G. What if the kid's father is some bodybuilder or an MMA fighter?
I guess you have to go to octagon and fight him, but it doesn't really matter. So
doesn't
when it comes to if we're talking about issue with the kid, it's a legal question. It has no father's physical appearance has nothing to do with that. You just have a good lawyer and deal with that paperwork. So you're gonna be all right.
All right. And Pastor King added, even though I'm not ready to visit Ukraine yet, but I'm working on learning some basic Ukrainian.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so women is gonna like it, right?
They're gonna appreciate it a lot, actually, because some clients, they still try to brag about their Russian in Ukraine, and it's not very, I mean, it's also good because, but still Ukrainian, it's gonna be a good plus, and obviously she's gonna be impressed and it's gonna be much appreciated. In Ukraine right now.
Yeah, if you're right now thinking about what language to learn, please learn Ukrainian.
Ukrainian, yes,
don't
it's
do Russian.
yes, it's a little bit,
It's not going to be too helpful.
It's a
in
deal
Ukraine.
breaker.
Just believe me in that. It's not going to be very helpful in Ukraine because I only speak Russian. I understand Ukrainian for the most of it, but
it's different. It's still different. There are a lot of similar words, but it's still different. So. Yeah, that's gonna be much appreciated in Ukraine if you learn some basic words. It's gonna be really nice. Okay.
Let's see if we have any more questions for tonight.
Seems like we're done with questions for today.
Oh wow, guys!
Nice.
I'm surprised. Usually you have so many, but it's all right. You can always save your question for the next time because we'll be back. Yes, as Ileana said, next Monday. So I guess we will. Let me double check. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, well, we'll see you next Monday. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Well, this is important. We are really involved. We are looking for women that it matches with us. We really want them to be in love with some Argentinians.
And you are. You guys have been here making dates all day for everyone. Does everyone have dates?
Yeah.
Yeah? All day.
Always the make up dates for tonight.
Great. And Saab, you just got back from a date, right?
I just got back. These guys are really good. Set me up with 2 dates today. Wonderful dates.
Fruits. Very good. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. All right, guys. We are here with Roxana. Roxana, thank you for coming.
Thank you for it.
We're going to put this video out there and millions of men are going to see you. And you might get a lot of attention.
Okay, me gusta.
So I want to ask you a few questions about you.
Okay, ahora. Okay, perfecto.
So, how do you say? ¿Cuánto And
¿Cuántos años? Tengo 32.
32?
Sí, 32 años.
32?
Sí, sí, bueno.
Have you ever been married before?
No, nunca. No. No, por eso estoy acá, para encontrar una pareja. Sí, 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 me encantaría.
Are you interested in having children?
Sí, me encantaría.
Sí.
Sí, The Boys.
Boys.
Sí.
You hear that, guy? Boys.
Niños, boys.
Okay, nice.